Hi there, and welcome back to Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be resuming our previews after a hiatus over the Christmas New Year period and taking a look at the Australia Day weekend program here in Darwin on Saturday the 25th of January. A quality six-race card is the order of the day, with the $40,000 Ladbrokes Wet Season Series final over 1,200 metres the feature. It has attracted the biggest field of the day with 10 runners and will be race 5 on the program. We have a total of 11 riders in attendance this weekend, and we welcome back to the riding ranks, for one ride anyway, Darwin's legendary jockey Paul Shires, who has been absent from the form guide for close on 12 months. During that time, Sharesy has taken out a dual jockey trainer licence, and we are looking forward to him being back in the fold this Saturday. The first of the 6 races is timed to jump at 2:01 p.m, while the last is scheduled for 5:10 p.m. In the opener, the Ladbrokes Form Genius Handicap, a 0 to 64 event over the 1,000 metres. My numbers are 2, 1 and 4. Smallest field of the day, only the 5 runners here, but I settled on number 2, Plague Stone, for Wayne Davis in the informed Phil Cole stable. Was 5th 3 starts back. That was on Darwin Cup Day behind Red Wraith, so that was in pretty good sprinting company. Ran second earlier in the Carnival too behind Pink Panther, so its earlier form was good. It hasn't had a run since the 5th of October, so fresh up, only has to put in its best form or somewhere near it, and it'll be hard to beat here in the hands of Wayne Davis. So 2 on top to beat 1 Debating. Jared Tide rides for Ella Clark. Debating was a winner 3 starts back in the middle of November. Couple of runs since have been a little below his best, but on his day he's certainly up to winning this. And then for third, number 4, and that's Hey Little Sister from the stable of Chris Pollard. Stan Sakos in the saddle, 4th and a 5th. His last 2, or her last 2, Hey Little Sister. She's not racing bad, and in this little field she's certainly got to be in the mix. So my numbers in the first are 2, 1 and 4. The second's the Ladbrokes Summer Sprint Series Heat 3. This is a average benchmark. It's a 73 rating race, so pretty highly graded race here, and a good field too. And my numbers are 4, 2 and 6. Pharaoh Magic for me, one of 3 in the event, trained by Gary Clark, and Jared Todd takes them out here. Was a winner last start. That was on the 6th of December. Also won 2 starts previously. He's a pretty handy galloper, Pharaoh Magic, and hasn't had a run for about 6 or 7 weeks, but I'm sure Gary will have him right up to the mark here in this $30,000 sprint race. So going with number 4, Pharaoh Magic. Ahead of number 2, He's the Ultimate from the Chloe Baxter barn. Wanderson de Villa visiting from Queensland. He takes them out. Was a good run on resumption, when second, and that was behind the Smart Field of Flutes, and that was on the 28th of December. That was 1,100, up to the 1,300 will suit him better. He's better known over further, of course, He's the Ultimate, but the 1,300 at this stage of his preparation is good, and recall back pre-Carnival last year he ran second in the Rowan Cup over this distance. So we've got him in to run second. He's the Ultimate. And my third selection, number 6, Funny If It Won. It won't be funny if it wins, because I think it's a big chance. It was a good run first up here. That was on the 11th of January. Hadn't had a run for some 6.5 months. In the stable of Tayan Holter and Sonia Logan. She's riding in red hot form lately, Sonia. 3 wins at the last Darwin meeting, then 2 in Alice last week, and she takes them out, and I think he'll give them all a shake. Will number 6, Funny If It Won. So numbers in the second are 4, 2 and 6. The third's the Happy Australia Day Trobus Special Conditions Plate. Now this is the 3-year-old Class 2 and maiden event, so it's a hybrid race. There's only the one winner in the event, and that is number 1, Point Loma, and he's my top selection. 1, 7 and 5 the numbers. Point Loma, as I mentioned, the only winner in the event, won at Armidale back on the 22nd of September. Now in the stable of Ella Clark and Adam Nichols aboard. Just a 1 start in Darwin. That was on the 28th of December. He's going up in trip. That will suit him. And he also should be much improved for that first up run. So I think Point Loma, by virtue of being the only winner in the event and an improver, as the horse to beat. Second pick is number 7, No I'm Not. Trained by Chris Pollard, Sonia Logan aboard. A third and a second, her last 2. She's racing really well. No, I'm not. I know Chris is considering taking her to Alice for the Guineas, so she'd want to show something here, of course, and be trying to win, no doubt. And then for third, number 5, Miss Move, another maiden. A second, a fourth and 2/3 in Darwin. Hannah LeBlanc trains for Chris Pollard, this one formerly trained by Neil Dyer. Consistent type, and gets another chance here, the 5-year-old mare. So numbers in the third are 1, 7 and 5. The fourth's the renew your membership handicap. This is a 1200 metres for the 0 to 58 gallopers, and we get into the last three events here, and they're all bigger fields and some good races amongst them. Numbers here, 3, 4 and 2. A newcomer to Darwin, number 3, Desert Mist, from the stable of Gary Clark, Jared Todd aboard. Been racing well in Grafton and Ipswich and areas such as that. Some pretty good form around the Grafton area. So a newcomer to Darwin, hasn't had a run since the 25th of November, but just judged on its form, and in this race, which doesn't look the strongest on paper, I thought Desert Mist was worth the risk. 3 on top to beat 4, Miss Black Diamond. Drawn awkwardly, drawn barrier 9, Sonia Logan for husband Tom, but its last start effort was really good behind Exceedingly Magic. I know this horse was in the feature in the noms, but Tommy's elected to go this way, and this is obviously the easier way, and it'll be very hard to beat 2, number 4, Miss Black Diamond. And in for third, number 2 on the charge, Stan Sakos for Chris Pollard. A good last start second behind the impressive Crown Waters. That was here at our last meeting on the 11th of January, so on the charge has to go into your multiples. Numbers in the fourth, 3, 4 and 2. The fifth is the feature. It's the $40,000 Ladbrokes Lightning Wet Season Series Final. This is the culmination of some 6 heats in the Wet Season Series over the last couple of months, and a field of 10 to go around here. This is a 0 to 70, although saying that I think the highest rated horse is about a 63 or 64 rater. Numbers in the Wet Season Series Final, 7, 3 and 10. Going here with the Gary Clark train, He's Essential. Jared Todd and Clarkey, they could be in for a decent day, and they probably need to be. They're only 2 or 3 wins ahead of Phil Cole on the premiership, certainly the trainers' premiership, and Toddy's about 4 clear of Sonia in the jockeys' premiership, so they need to get their act together, the boys, and I'm sure they can start on Saturday. He's Essential, only had the 1 start in Darwin, good third, eye-catching run behind Exceedingly Magic, ran on well. That was over 1,100 metres. The extra 100 metres will suit. Second up in the prep here in Darwin, and I think it'll take plenty of beating. Number 7, ahead of number 3, Exceedingly Magic, last start winner. Erin Malloy, visiting a Queensland apprentice, rides in Darwin on Saturday. No claims in this race. I was going to say she claims 3. Well, she does, but not in this race, being a $40,000 event. It is one of 5 runners in the event trained by Phil Cole, so Coley's got half the field here, so he's certainly got an undeniable chance of taking out the major prize, and I think Exceedingly Magic will go really well for him. And in for third, another one of the Cole runners, it's over the page, it's Lord Fenrir, number 10, won its last 2. The 5-year-old gelding by Hellbent. Hannah LeBlanc goes aboard this time. Sonia Logan's been on the last 2, where it's won by a nose on both occasions. So it's racing consistently, trying hard, and gets a chance here in the feature of the day. My numbers in race 5 are 7, 3 and 10. And the last is the Silks Darwin Handicap, 1,600 metre event, this one for the Class 2 gallopers. Numbers here 1, 3 and 4. He's won 2 of his last 3 and second in the other, Nassau County. Gary Clark again and Jared Todd, they could be in for a very solid day, the leading trainer and jock. Drops back in grade. He was second last time out in the 0 to 70 behind 7 Secrets. That was a good run, although beaten 4 1/4 lengths. But back in grade here to the Class 2. He's had the 7 starts at the trip for a win, 2 seconds, 2 thirds. He's the one to beat. Number 1, ahead of number 3, Carrot Time. Was impressive winning its maiden here at the last meeting. That was a 1,300 maiden, up in trip to the mile here for Jason Manning and Vanessa Arnott. Promising type. And in for third, number 4, Hotham English. Ella Clark and Sonia Logan, the combination. Another one that should appreciate the 1,600 metres. It's having its first go at the trip. Last out third over 1,300. It can bungle the start on occasions, Hotham English, so hopefully can get away with them and be finishing on solidly into the placings. Numbers in the last, 1, 3 and 4. Best bet on what I found a tricky sort of day was in race 3, number 1, Point Loma. Race 3, number 1, Point Loma, the best of the day. Well, the best roughies in race 4 probably won't be that rough either. Number 5, Motivated Miss. Drawn awkwardly again, which is not going to help it, but with even luck and things going right for it, can be a chance. Race 4, number 5, Motivated Miss. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk. We'll be back again same time, same place next week to preview the 1st of February fixture here from Fatty Bay. The year's flying by already, and until next time, good luck and good punting.